This build gives you infinite trip mine nukes, and Bungie is buffing it next season. In today's video, we're going to break down this absolutely insane build and talk about how Bungie is buffing both the Marksman Golden Gun and the Deadshot Golden Gun by 20% in Season 21, so you no longer have to be a slave to Blade Barrage. You can actually use the other two Golden Gun options inside PvE. This is going to be awesome. The exact build breakdown is as follows. We have Gambler's Dodge, so that way we dodge near enemies, we get our melee back extremely fast. This was going to be the perfect gameplay loop so you can throw infinite trip mines. Triple Jump is the jump of choice for myself inside PvE. Knife Trick is the melee that you should use for this. Don't choose any other melee besides Knife Trick. And Trip Mine Grenade, of course, is the grenade you have to use for AHAMKARA'S. As far as the aspects go, we're going with Knock 'em down and On Your Mark. However, I will say that Gunpowder Gamble is getting a significant change in Season 21, so take note of that. Now let's go through all the fragments. We have Ember of Resolve, so that way when we throw our trip mines and kill things, it will cure us. That's going to be essential, so that way we can have extremely good survivability. Ember of Mercy, when you revive an ally, you and your nearby allies gain restoration. This is nice both for that element and the +10 resilience. And we have Ember of Torches, which is a huge one. This one stays on all of my solar builds, so that way when I throw a melee, I get Radiant. This boosts my weapon damage, and on top of that makes it so myself and my nearby teammates can now take out anti-barrier champions with our weapons. The next one is Ember of Eruption. Your solar ignitions have an increased area of effect. This is extremely nice for those ignitions, and this is what turns it into an actual nuke build. And then we have Ember of Singeing. Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. This is going to be huge, so that way you can get your class ability back really fast, because the gameplay loop is throw trip mine, throw melee, dodge to get your melee back, and so on and so forth. In doing this, you will have insanely good damage output inside PvE. You'll be able to clear champions, be able to clear rooms of ads, and you can use it for boss DPS as well. For the armor mods, I was using the following. On the helmet, I had a heavy ammo finder, so that way I could find power ammo, because power ammo can be a little bit scarce when rocking double special, which I recommend to everyone out there. Rock double special. Next up, I have Ashes to Assets. Of course, we have to use this because we're going to be getting a ton of grenade energy kills. And then I have Solar Siphon. Of course, just use whatever siphon you need based on the weapon that you're using to clear ads with. So if you're using an Arc SMG to clear ads, then use Arc Siphon, etc. Going on down to the gauntlets now, we're going to be using Firepower. This is essential, so that way my grenade kills give me an Orb of Power, which is going to make an excellent gameplay loop for my damage buff to all my different weapons. And on top of that, we're using Momentum Transfer. Causing damage with the grenade reduces your melee cooldown. Of course, we're causing a lot of damage with our grenade, so this will give our melee cooldown a really nice cooldown overall. And then we have Bolstering Detonation. Grants class ability energy when you cause damage with the grenade. This obviously synergizes perfectly because we're causing a ton of damage with our grenade. You don't need Fastball because it's actually intrinsically built into this exotic, so keep that in mind. Moving on down to the chest piece, just use whatever resists you need. I usually just use Rainbow Resist for all activities, Solar, Void, and Arc overall. And then if the activity is really too tough, then I'll swap it to double Solar or Arc or whatever enemy type is killing me over and over again. Onto the boots now, we have Recuperation. This is extremely important. We're making tons of orbs by using our dodge, by getting weapon kills, and we want to pick up those orbs and get our health back so we have some serious survivability overall. Solar Weapon Surge, obviously just use whatever weapons you have in your power ammo slot for your surge, so that way your power ammo does more, so that way you can have more significant single target damage. Whether you're shooting champs or the boss, you always want to do as much damage as possible, especially for your power weapon. So I pretty much always synergize the surge with my power weapon, which often works with my energy weapon as well too. And then I personally put on a Solar Scavenger to go along with that. For the class item, of course, we're going Reaper. That way every time we dodge, we make an orb. We're going Time Dilation, so when we pick up those orbs, we get that weapon damage bonus for a longer period of time. And then Bomber, so that way if we don't get our grenade back for whatever reason when we dodge, we will get a little bit more grenade energy. With all of those mods equipped, you have the nuke build enabled. Now all you have to do is make sure you have the right stats. 100 resilience is essential, 100 discipline, and then after that, we're going for as much mobility as we possibly can. You don't need any recovery. Intellect and strength can be kind of nice though. And that's it. That's the build. This build is absolutely insane right now in endgame content, and will be even crazier next season when we can be rocking Golden Gun out there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.